Hello everyone, welcome to Vidya Explained series. The topic for today's discussion is GST compensation. So the context why this was in news was finance ministers of several states have demanded that GST compensation schemes be extended beyond June 2022. So now we'll discuss about GST compensation. So what is the issue? The adoption of GST was made possible by states ceding almost all their power to impose local level indirect taxes and agreeing to let the prevailing multiplicity of imposts be subsumed in GST. So all the states have ceded their power, have given their power to center to impose tax under GST. That goods and service tax, it is in GST is the first thing you have to remember, it is an indirect tax. So indirect tax. So all the things have some all the indirect taxes have been subsumed under GST except taxes on property, real estate, sorry, except taxes on real estate, alcohol, petroleum, and yes, in these areas this has been exempted, and otherwise the central government will under GST impose tax on indirect income. Indirect taxes will be imposed under GST by central government. So there will be a GST council in which decisions will be taken regarding the rate on various products, that how much rate will be imposed on particular service or product. So that is different thing. So, but you have to remember that central state governments have ceded their power to impose indirect taxes, barring few things, for example, real estate, alcohol, petroleum. Now, this was agreed on the condition that revenue shortfalls arising from transition to new indirect tax regime would be made good for a pooled GST compensation reserve fund for a period of 5 years that is set to end in 2020. So there was a condition that when they will shift to new regime, new that is GST regime. So in case there is a revenue shortfall, if states faces revenue shortfall, then for the next 5 years, this revenue shortfall will be met by center. Will revenue shortfall will be met by center, and because of the COVID-19, there was a shortfall in the revenue to the states, and therefore they have asked like it should be extended beyond June 2022, because there is a possibility that they believe that they won't be able to get the same amount of revenue as they used to get in the pre-GST regime. However, it was only initially till 5 years, that is from 2017 onwards to 2022, but now the states are demanding that this should be extended beyond 2022. So need for GST compensation extension. Why GST compensation extension is needed? Why they are demanding that it should be beyond 2022 also. So citing the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the overall economy and more specifically states revenue. So we all know that because of the COVID-19, the economy has not performing well, and states are also facing losses, and they have to incur costs. The states including Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh stressed that while their revenue had been adversely impacted on the introduction of GST, the hit from the pandemic had pushed back any possible rebounds. So they are saying that post GST, they were witnessing shortfall in the revenues, and now COVID-19 has given a severe blow to their revenue. So that is why, and now because health is a state subject, and they need to incur more costs, they need to expend more on health. So that is why, and they do not have revenue, that is why they are asking that it should be extended beyond 2022, so that they get enough fund from the central government to spend on health and other facilities. So this is why they are asking that there is a need for GST compensation extension. Now about GST compensation. So the Constitution of India 101st Amendment Act, so as per first Amendment Act was the law which created the mechanism. So first this created a law or mechanism imposing GST, that's goods and services tax, while state will reduce SGST, that state GST component of GST, and share of IGST. So there are three GST under GST. That is first is SGST, IGST, and CGST. So state will get from these through a portion from these two and not from this. It was agreed that revenue shortfall arising from transition to new direct tax regime would be made good from a pooled GST compensation fund. So now, in case there is a revenue shortfall, so it was said that it was said that, as you can see here, the computation of shortfall is done annually by projecting a revenue assumption on the base of 14% compounded growth from base year. So now from 2016 was base year taken, and there was a decision that on the basis of revenue of this 14%, it was believed that if next year the revenue is less, for example, let's say revenue of this year is X, and so it should be X plus 14% of X next year. In that case, if there next year due to GST regime, if there is a loss, then that loss is met by GST compensation fund. So now we have seen the computation method of shortfall, also how this will be calculated. So, and when there will be shortfall, now how shortfall will be met? So there will be a GST compensation fund will be created, and through this the shortfall will be met. However, it was for only 5 years. It was only for 5 years. So now the corpus is funded. How this will be funded? That is also important. Funded through a compensation set that is levied on so-called demerit good. So on demerit goods are such as alcohol, coal, tobacco. These are those products which are not promoted because of their negative effect, or because of their negative effect on the society and individual. For example, coal, alcohol, and tobacco. So the items are such as pan masala, cigarettes, tobacco products, aerated water, caffeinated beverage, coal, certain passenger motor vehicle. So through this GST compensation fund will be funded. Now computation we have discussed, and through this fund for next 5 years, the shortfalls will be met to the state. The shortfalls will be met. So extension of GST. So the deadline for GST how this will be done. So how extension can be done. So the deadline for GST compensation was set in the original legislation, and so on. Since it was in the original legislation that it will be for 5 years only, and if it needs to be extended, therefore what needs to be done, that union government must then move an amendment to the GST law. Then amendment is required. An amendment is required because it is a constitutional provision, and it is a constitutional provision. So amendment is required, and then only this can be extended. So we have discussed all the basic information, all the important information related to PLAT, about what is GST, that is indirect taxes, which are included in this, which like there are few which are excluded, and state can impose VAT or taxes on those products. And we have discussed how GST shortfall will be computed. We have discussed SGST, CGST, IGST, and we have discussed about the computation and how GST compensation fund will be funded, and then why extension is needed and how extension can be done. So now we will discuss 5 important questions. And there's one more thing. There is a GST council. There is a GST council in which there are many members. However, what is important, you have to remember, it is chaired by Union Finance Minister. So this is about GST council. So we'll discuss 5 questions. First question is, which constitutional amendment created mechanism for levying a common nationwide GST? Your options are 100 Constitutional Amendment, 101st Constitutional Amendment Act, 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, none of the above. The correct option is 101 Constitutional Amendment Act of 2016. Question number 2, sorry. The compensation under GST compensation to be provided for how many years? Your options are 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, none of the above. Correct option is for 5 years. The GST compensation fund will come from which of the following? Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency Fund of India, GST Compensation Fund of India, GST Compensation Fund, and option D, none of the above. The correct option is GST Compensation Fund. Question number 4, the Constitution Amendment creating GST mechanism was enacted in which year? Your options are 2015, 2016, 2017, none of the above. The correct option is 2016. Question number 5, final question. GST Council is chaired by Prime Minister, Finance Secretary, Finance Minister, none of the above. The correct option is Union Finance Minister. So that's all for this session. Stay logical with Vidhya, your best pal in CLAT Preps.